Thanks for tuning in to WAEVZ AU. This is going to be our first attempt at a round square table. We're just going to discuss pretty much the journey over the last 2 years and what we think of the Australian scene. So, who wants to kick it off?
Yeah. Ready? Yeah.
Good luck.
I guess the big one is, obviously it's been, as you said, 2 years. In this Sunday, we're filming Wednesday.
Is it actually this Sunday?
Yeah, it's this Sunday. We're
What's the
filming
date again?
the 29th today. Yeah,
29th of
June.
July.
but when did
But the date is July 3rd.
Ah,
Yeah.
that's great.
Do you know what our first post was?
Manu Crooks.
Hey, I'm
No, Lissy.
No.
It was Lissy.
Oh,
Lissy.
really?
I posted it.
Photo post?
Yeah, because he was dropping his EP.
Yeah,
like a
right,
post
yeah,
like, hey,
yeah.
Lissy's dropping his EP,
Mm.
and we got like 5 likes.
That's not bad.
Bro,
That's
Pretty good.
start that.
Yeah,
Because there's 4 of us.
But-
That's 4.
That's true. Yeah.
That's 1 like. That's pretty good.
I guess
Yeah.
the big thing is, how are we all feeling about WAEVZ at the moment? How are we all?
Look, let's not beat around the bush. We've been trying to figure it out. Really, we've been trying to see what the scene's about, see what the scene requires, because there's a lot of other pages doing what they're doing and covering the scene well.
Yeah.
So we're just trying to find our market right now, and see like what we're good at, what people enjoy. I think, especially because we've got like the broader music spectrum. I think we've got a better range in terms of that. But otherwise, we're trying to do more video content, as you can see.
we've learned a lot as well, bro.
Yeah,
We're figuring
so-
ourselves out as we go.
Fuck, in the last 2 years, I've actually learned so much about the Australian music space. So many new artists as well, like just doing their own thing since we started. Like a lot of them
Basically
weren't
just that.
around back then.
Yeah.
And now they're just killing it.
Yeah.
So,
There's
popping
so
off,
many
yeah.
people that I see that have like dropped in 2020. And like they started their career in 2020, and that's when we started. I was like, oh shit.
Yeah.
Same time.
Yeah, we started during COVID,
mm,
post uni. Well, you weren't done. We were done with you.
He's done now.
yeah.
He's done now. Yeah,
Done
congrats.
now.
Big
Congratulations.
Yeah,
What did you guys do at uni?
I did.
Explain to the people.
Yeah, that's the thing. I think just before we get into that, like, we came into this not knowing anybody, and nobody really knows us. Like, we've kind of put our faces on camera. We've had that kind of hesitance
I mean,
about.
I have.
You have, he has as well, the IG lives and stuff.
Sure.
Yeah.
And we've kind of been in interviews and discussion. Not as
Sure.
we're not the video song breakdown guy. Yeah,
We don't have the we don't have the face for it.
no,
No, we're quite ugly.
but
It's
okay, yeah, you're right.
Yeah, I mean,
Moving on.
It's
Yeah,
fine. It's okay.
it's okay to be ugly.
to be ugly.
Yeah.
I agree.
This is the music industry. People are listening. They don't care about you.
That's
That's
true,
true.
bro. Yeah.
We don't produce music.
I'm not actors.
Well, we might. Little Zerd.
I'm on the way. I'm on
Long day, bro.
yeah, I'm on the come up. I just need, just need my writers.
Need the right.
Need the
yeah,
writers.
yeah,
to
the
come
songwriters.
through.
Yeah, he's coming, bro. He's coming.
coming?
Yeah, he's
Oh,
coming. Don't worry. Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyways, back to the actual shit.
Mm.
Yeah, we didn't fucking know anybody. We knew people from our school that did like rap music. Shift Geordie, Cumberland, like small. Shout out them. And then like you knew like Amy, who's like a director. In terms of like
Yeah.
someone who's been in the scene and
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah.
But besides that, we didn't come in knowing anybody.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Looking back on it, that's risky.
Yeah, well, that's the
Yeah.
thing. Yeah, like
I mean, especially now that we know, like a lot of it's like who you know.
yeah, it's all networking and shit.
And
Yeah,
networking. We've done that, but
still a lot
in,
more to
like,
go. Yeah,
Not even knowing anyone.
yeah.
Also didn't have a musical background. I mean,
No,
none of us
no.
really had
No.
any musical training or
Didn't
music
study or
networking
anything, yeah.
as well.
Yeah.
Like we had to network from scratch.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Which it's hard, but I think a lot of the reason we've been good at it is because artists and producers have made it easy as well.
yeah.
Like a lot of the people we've actually spoken to are pretty down to earth
Yeah, they've
and
been pretty open with
like
it.
accepting.
They've
you know?
embraced us, which has made our life a lot easier
I agree.
from the beginning. Honestly, like a lot of people, like I think the big thing is like we've said this many times. It's very surreal for us when we get a lot of like positive feedback and people being like, we fucking love you guys and stuff. I'm like, it's very surreal, but I think for a lot of people, what they say is we're kind of a refreshing presence in the scene, which is something that the thing we wanted to bring different was to bring a bit of depth and like actually talk about.
Yeah, I
things
mean that's
that
why we
fucking-
started it. We felt like it just wasn't there.
Well, especially for like exclusively Aussie.
Yeah, exactly.
Like AU Dolls have like bringing the international stuff in, and then Blood Juice was doing like the off the cuff stuff, which was sick. But there was no one specifically doing just the Aussie stuff exclusively.
Yeah.
But I guess to break down what each of us do, me personally, university, we all went to the same uni, Macquarie University,
Same high school.
same high school as well, same primary school, you and me. Yeah,
Shout out.
yeah. But me personally, I studied journalism, and my role at WAEVZ is more like just curating all the writing stuff, editing it. I'm the one you chat to on the socials, and yeah, that's my kind of shit.
What do you do, Joey?
What don't I do?
Heart and soul, bro.
Honestly, so similar to Matthew, not really, but studied HR, so Bachelor of Commerce, did some HR at uni. Currently work in the field as we speak. But I guess in terms of WAEVZ, I like to say I plug holes. So like I just do a bit of this, do a bit of that, just try to assist where I can, and just trying to help out as much as possible. Hopefully, partnering with Maroon further down the track as we go to start developing our brand more, to start monetizing it as well if possible, because as we all know, money in the Australian music scene isn't really quite there at the moment. But it's a little bit about me. Maroon?
Yeah, it's interesting you say that because every time there's like a task that I can't be fucked doing, just send it straight to you. You manage to like get it done so seamlessly.
He just gets shit done.
Yeah, no, he
Honestly,
does. He
he's
does.
fucking
Like,
good at
that's
that.
if we're gonna be
We
honest,
need that. We actually need that.
like if there's a task that I'm not really like keen on doing, or not keen, but like
It's not priority.
it needs like learning and shit. I'm like, Joe, do you want to crack at it? And we'll do it. We'll
It's
do
true,
it.
yeah.
We'll be good. So yeah, I studied the same thing at Joey. We did the same courses, same classes. So
Oh yeah.
I had to endure 3 beautiful years with him.
Thank you.
But nah, for me, my role is more like operations. So behind the scenes projects, things like WAEVZ, like Top 50, Sydney Speaks, just pretty much being the guy that's behind the operations, putting out how we're going to do the projects, setting timelines and stuff like that, and hopefully thinking of new projects down the line. We've got a few things brewing, so it should be pretty exciting. But yeah, I'm the projects guy pretty much.
Hello,
The big A, bro.
my name's Amit, and I did Bachelor of Law and Bachelor of Applied Finance. I just finished a few weeks ago.
Congratulations.
I do all the video stuff. I do all the editing of the videos. We just put out that Isaac doco. Hope you guys liked it. I liked it. Did you like it? Did you like it? Did you like it, Joey?
Yeah, it was not bad. Yeah.
Thank you, Joey.
Yeah, you're
Thank you.
I knew Isaac from ages ago, so
Oh,
to
no
say
way.
this now,
Oh, really?
yeah, I knew him through.
he was being sincere. You're not being sincere.
Yeah, I knew him. I used to work with his manager
Oh, Trav.
slash DJ.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
Trav.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Back when I was in high school, we used to work at Macca's together.
Oh, which map did you work at?
Del Park.
Oh,
Wow.
yeah.
What a
Yeah.
method.
Yeah,
Wow.
we're all from Western Sydney.
Yeah,
but-
all West.
Yeah.
which I think is like a big part of
Yeah.
who we are and what we do. Like,
Yeah.
especially coming from Western Sydney and seeing all the artists around here.
We understand a lot of their like personalities and like what they've gone
Yeah,
through. And
yeah.
what, like we know what they know. They
Yeah,
know what we
exactly,
know.
yeah.
Sort of
Yeah.
thing. Yeah.
So I think
exactly.
we can cover them well in that sense. But especially like something like the Isaac video or the Hamza video, Nardine video. Like we just know the area that they're from and how that's like shaped who they are as people. And as
Relatable
artists.
personalities, all of them.
Exactly. Yeah.
It's funny because most of the interviews we've actually shot have been with Western Sydney people.
Just
Like
the
we got
nature.
the unreleased CG Fez one as well. Like
True. Yeah.
a lot of them, have been from Western Sydney. But it's really cool to capture those stories and like being able to.
Because I mean, let's be honest, it's all happening in Western Sydney.
Hey.
It is.
It is.
It is. But
there's
it's
so many more
so
pockets.
much shit happening.
there's so many
everywhere.
more pockets.
I
But,
think
It is.
Western Sydney gets like everyone like, but it
gets
deserves
the
it because it's
limelight.
had years of fucking being.
but there's a lot of more like busier pockets, I reckon.
Yeah, I agree.
Like
Which is crazy.
Perth, bro.
Perth's crazy.
Yeah.
They're all
That's
crazy.
the whole
bro.
city though. This is
Even like
where-
the Central Coast
That's
scene.
a
though.
good point. This is like a hub away
a
from
hub,
the
yeah.
Even the Central Coast scene.
Bro,
It's like
building.
so small, but like they're hard workers.
Who's in
Yeah,
the
everything.
Central Coast?
Boy
like-
Soda's from there. Coma. There's quite a few. Like,
Coma.
Who's Sodas?
yeah,
The ECB boys. All
No,
Central Coast,
they're
aren't
north.
They're north. They're like northern
Northern
rivers.
New South Wales.
Past like is Lismore north? Like past
Yeah,
Lismore.
Lismore
north.
South,
Ah.
actually.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Southwest.
Southeast.
Ah, yeah.
Yeah.
Anyways, yeah.
dickhead. But yeah, I reckon there's a lot more pockets. But it's pretty cool what each one is doing. And they don't all sound the same.
Yeah, okay.
Like
yeah,
everywhere.
that is right.
I reckon Perth has a very unique in its own way sound. And then if you listen to Western Sydney, it's also very unique in its own
You
way.
got to think with Perth, it has a very like rock centric background. Like people like
Right.
Tame Impala came from there,
Yeah.
so their sound is more like they're drawing from a lot of places. Whereas everyone is too. Western Sydney's like building like there's the shout out the Full Circle crew, Solly, Dylan Atlantis, all that. They're clearly drawing from a lot of places.
Mm.
It's similar in the sense to the Perth scene, but
Correct.
different as well. But telling their, as we were saying, the unique Western Sydney stories that are just very unique to hear. But yeah, every pocket's like sick.
But we do cover everything. We are.
We-
forced to say.
We don't cover. We try to cover every as best we
We
can.
do cover everything.
Okay. We try.
We try our hardest.
Yeah.
This is a controversial topic, in my
Yeah.
opinion.
Here we go.
I made fun of Matthew the other day
Ah.
in our group chat.
Yeah.
It's about Australian labels. It's about labels in general.
Labels.
Labels.
Yeah,
Music
music
labels. Music
yeah.
labels.
I'm on labels on people.
Yeah.
No, music labels.
Okay, yeah. No, thank you for clarifying.
You're welcome.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah. So controversially, I know there's a lot of, not hatred, but a lot of maybe discontent about how music labels would conduct themselves with artists,
Mhm.
especially the lower guys. The guys, who don't have that platform yet, and
Yeah.
that's when they come to that label. But I personally don't have that much of an issue with labels and how they operate. Personally, I understand that sometimes labels can change how people's music sounds and all that kind of stuff. But I don't see the problem with it in a sense of if it's going to help them grow,
Oh, for
help them
sure.
with that exposure.
100%.
Yeah. It feels like a very kind of like an old style model
I get that.
of the way
Yeah.
to bring up an artist.
I get that, yeah.
And especially with the way that social media and TikTok and people can build their own followings now.
Mm.
So it almost feels like labels are becoming like increasingly more redundant.
I don't know.
In some ways,
I know
but there's
what you
still,
mean.
In some ways, but
there's
they still
still
have that market.
this is where this is where my problem comes in, right? So a label, say, picks up an artist who, and they just delete their entire discography beforehand, essentially,
Yeah,
and just
yeah.
start them anew.
I know what you mean.
That frustrates me because it's like trying to make it seem like, oh, they just popped up out of nowhere. They end up on all these like radio stations and all these Instagram pages and all this stuff, and it's cool, but it's not authentic. But
Yeah.
it's also necessary, as you said. Even though they're becoming, as you said, arguably redundant, I think there's still a lot of positives to them, and they're giving people fucking opportunities, bro.
Yeah, that's
like
what-
what
yeah,
you said,
opportunity.
like it's like they're giving these people
But
chances.
also their like traditional model, I think is very flawed. The way they give advances.
Yeah,
I don't know if you know, but they traditionally labels would give an artist an advance, but that wouldn't just be like a payment
Yeah.
for them. That's actually like a loan,
exactly. Yeah,
and then they have to pay that off through whatever royalty.
through their work.
Yeah.
essentially
Like
through their art.
yeah, it kind of like I don't know. It feels like entrapment almost.
I
It's
get
like,
you, but
what
again,
if they don't get the numbers? Then they're like,
Then they get sucked off. They just
Yeah.
get fucking sucked
but
off.
then
like, yeah.
at that same time, they're kind of back to where they were before,
That's true.
where they were with no label.
Yeah,
if
right,
in
yeah.
that sense. So I guess with that label, as we kind of like just said, it's that growth that potentially wasn't there before. I'm not saying artists can't get there themselves, but honestly, having that label back in and the money and all that kind of behind,
yeah.
definitely it's gasoline for
It's
them.
more like
That's
the
true.
marketing team that they get.
Yeah,
Resources.
Yeah,
Like these
resources,
artists
yeah.
don't have independent artists don't have really resources.
And that's
Yeah.
why that begs the question then. If you look at, and I'm not trying to take away from anyone's talents, but if you look at a lot of the people that are showing up in these media companies or pages or whatever, not the independent ones, but more of the ones that are released that are revolving around commercial. Do you think most of them would pop up on those pages if they were not label signed?
No.
No.
Like
No.
for example, I'm not taking away from talents. I'm gonna say a few names that I've been seeing everywhere. Likes of Panya, likes of Malalo, likes of Boy Soda.
Yeah.
I see them on a lot of pages, and great opportunities like Vice, Red Bull, 64 bars, all of that. Like really great opportunities. But then it begs the question, like, if these people weren't signed to big labels, would they have those opportunities? Which
But
I
that's
think
the-
is probably
yeah.
not.
Probably not.
Yeah.
So that's why I think, and this is a big one,
Mm.
I think it is extremely hard for an independent artist in Australia
Of course.
to be big.
Mm.
We've seen it happen with Chillin' It,
It's very
Cursor.
rare though.
Cursor.
Mm.
Yeah, it's
a
very
handful.
rare.
It's a handful.
But I think to be successful as an artist or as a commercial artist,
In a commercial
you
sense,
need
yeah,
some
for sure.
sort of label backing.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
agree.
but even the artists who get to that point, they still might end up getting signed to a label. Chillin' It, Husky end up like getting signing certain
Correct.
deals that help them with their projects.
Correct.
Mm.
Correct.
Like Chillnut's album ended up on like New York Times billboards.
Yeah,
Yeah.
That's
in
from
Toronto
being with a
Square
label
and stuff.
like being supported by a label, which is
Yeah,
fair.
it
Like,
helps.
But I think he could negotiate at his point.
for
Because
sure.
he's got the backing already.
You know, not to
Yeah.
sell his masters or not have. He can keep the rights to his music or
Correct.
his streaming revenue or whatever.
Correct.
You'd hope so, yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. I feel like if we've heard a few stories of people getting signed too early
Yeah,
Yeah.
it can happen.
before they've got like a proper following, and then they're just kind of in debt.
Yeah, and
And-
they might end up performing shows and like there's not many people coming because it's
Yeah.
not an authentic base that
And
they've
we've
built.
seen that as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've seen that. Yeah.
I've seen that.
Which is tough because it's like how much of this growth, and I've seen artists that have been like nominated to like APRA awards, ARIA awards, but then you go to their shows and it's not that hectic.
Mm.
So it's like doesn't really make sense.
Yeah.
Whereas if you go
That's
to
what
a
I mean,
Cursor
yeah.
gig, it's fucking packed,
Right.
and that's because he's just more revolved his thing around a fan base.
Fan base.
He's built a community, so has Chillin',
Mm.
you know, with his 420 family and all of
Mm.
that. But that's what I think. I think let's forget sort of the music for a second.
Mm.
I think it's very important for an artist to create a community.
Yeah.
I think that's how you create your success is let people like believe that you actually acknowledge them.
Mm.
And I know that's tough because like if you're an artist, you can't be responding to everybody. But just small things and showing that you care about your fan base
Mm.
is gonna like skyrocket big time.
For sure. I guess, and it goes back to that thing of like you were saying, like certain artists get posted in certain places and end up playing these shows and get put up for awards and stuff. That's a label dictating the message
Absolutely.
and the marketing.
Mm.
Whereas these independents like a Cursor and or something, they don't need that.
No,
They're dictating their own message.
yeah.
So for independents, just whatever's authentic to you, your personality, make that everything.
yeah,
But-
yeah.
Put that out there.
Didn't Cursor have like beef with Triple J as well?
Yeah,
Yeah,
for
they didn't
sure.
play him for ages.
Yeah, they didn't.
Yeah.
Despite the
that
fact
he,
it would have brought in so many people.
yeah. So the
Would have
fact
been
that
so-
he
yeah.
still has that community.
Yeah.
Props to him.
Because he played a lot of local shows in
Yeah.
like really small places. Like he didn't focus like, oh, I'm gonna just sell out Kudos Bank.
Mm.
That wasn't his aim. His aim was like, let me do a show in like fucking Albury, bro.
Mm.
And you know what I mean? But he
Yeah.
like still got his fan base from Albury to rock up.
Mm.
And those intimate shows is what made him what he is now.
Yeah.
And that's how The Weeknd fucking made it in Canada. You know, before he started doing these big arena shows, his management made him play at pubs and bars for like years,
Mm.
just so people like fell in love with him. And I
Yeah,
think
that's-
that's the way to go.
Yeah.
Don't try and sell out the biggest show. Just try and get your most intimate fans in a room and create a show and start building from there.
100%.
Yeah, and with that as well, like coming back to your point before about obviously the community and you know, having the community is a big part of it. I believe that also with Chillin' at Cursor, Husky, they've been around for a while, so
True,
it's
yeah.
taken them a long time
That's
to get
true,
there.
bro. More than 10 years.
More
especially
than
like
10
this,
years.
This new wave of hip hop, they're still in like their first
Exactly.
two,
3
years,
years. Yeah.
That comes back to another issue of if artists are willing to stick it out that long.
Mm.
Because not all artists are willing to stick it out for 10 plus years, and during those 10 years you're not going to get maybe that much recognition or money or whatever it is.
Sure.
Yeah, monetarily, it's not a very
It's
viable
not
industry in the
viable
first
at all.
Not really, no.
4 years.
It's
It's
very
definitely
tough.
not
It's
viable.
very tough, and then I think that then comes back to why labels are appealing,
Mm.
because at least it gives you that chance to obviously fast track your growth. But if there is an opportunity for a bit more money to be made than what you're currently on,
Yeah.
especially when people are struggling, people are going to say, "Look, I need it. Like I
Yeah.
need the help."
It's a lot of things that they help with as well. Like if you look at it, like most music videos, most PR
Yeah.
campaigns is all
Mm.
covered. Like if an independent artist wanted to get a music video out, that's like 3-4K
Cheap.
at least. So it's like if an artist is releasing a couple singles a year and they need like 20K for music videos,
Mm.
but they're not even making fucking 10K from music.
Yeah.
It's like, you know, you can
Yeah.
definitely see from an artist's perspective why they go for it.
Yeah.
Like you can't blame them, but sometimes you're right. They go into it too soon without looking at the
Yeah.
fine print, and then they regret it later. And we've seen that with a lot of artists already. So I don't know.
But maybe also in saying that, as much as like we can like say certain artists come out and get pushed by a label and stuff, maybe the base is starting to become there. There's more people's eyes towards it. There's more brands wanting to get involved in Australian hip hop and R&B. There's more eyes and attention towards it. So maybe the base is starting to be there to actually start to support these artists, especially coming out of COVID. There's more shows and everything.
There is a lot of shows.
And it's been mad to see.
Not just shows, but I think you're right. I think in the last 2 years, resources wise, Australian hip hop R&B has gotten a lot of things. It's gotten more media pages like ourselves. It's gotten more radio stations like Cater. It's gotten more hip hop centric festivals. Although the acts that have been chosen are not all local, and I think there needs to be more of that. But I think you're right in terms of resources as a scene.
Yeah, community.
There's a lot more focus now on hip hop R&B
for sure.
and I think if we keep seeing that, especially from people that got money, like big radio stations, like big labels, like big festival lineup,
Clothing brands,
whatever it may be, I think, there is room for everybody to be making more money and to keep focusing on it.
For sure. I think we were talking a lot about like Chillin' and Curse, so these kind of people who've been around for a little while, that kind of distinctly like Aussie rap kind of sound. Do you feel there's a disconnect between Aussie rap like that and like Aussie new wave rap?
For sure.
Because I feel like there's like pretty
like
mad disconnect.
Yeah. I mean, like, name a collaboration between those two scenes.
Yeah.
No, you
You know
can't.
what I mean?
Yeah.
No, you can't.
For sure.
Maybe you can,
You can,
but no big collaborations.
No.
And I think it's very hard, like for someone like Chillin' It, to end up on a track with, let's
Like
say,
Manu or something.
Miner could still
That-
make
yeah,
it
'cause he
because
could
his
cross
sound
over.
is mad. Like
They could do it.
It's
but they-
neutral.
yeah,
It's neutral.
Yeah, neutral. Yeah, good.
like his sound's neutral. It doesn't sound Aussie. It doesn't sound American. It sounds
Yeah.
very neutral.
Sounds like him.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but like you're right. There is a bit of a disconnect
Yeah,
there.
yeah.
But then that begs the question as well: do we think the world is ready for the Australian sound? Because I don't think they are.
Yeah. But
Don't
then
think
the
they
whole thing is, what is the Australian sound?
Chillin' It, husky. They've got that Australian
I agree
accent
and
in their
disagree.
sound.
Oz rap.
That's Oz rap.
Yeah, but are they ready for Oz rap? I don't think
the
so.
UK kind of loves Chillin' It, but not like they're not like he's the guy. Like you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think the disconnect is also like got all this new wave sound coming out, like new wave rap, R&B, and all that stuff. That stuff has a more, I guess, commercially appealing sound.
Yeah,
Like
Of course.
Triple J and stuff would be more willing to play that stuff.
Of course.
But if there's some way both those sides can be embraced and brought together, that'd be fucking tremendous. I don't know if it would work, but I guess that's what we're trying to do somewhat as well through our shit, you know what I mean?
True.
So just like kind of referring to like what we were talking about before, what do you know, we've seen all these media pages pop up in the last few years. What are your thoughts on the kind of current state of Ozrap media pages? Because I think we need more, yeah.
We need more.
That's one thing, but I think it's thriving, to be honest.
It's thriving, but bro, like we're independent. People might not know this. We get a lot of requests every week to do editorials on a song, but bro, none of us do this full time.
Yeah.
it's tough.
I think,
Like-
just to clarify, the big thing for us is our whole time, it's been cover what you want.
Yeah,
Without
yeah,
interns,
it's
without
objective.
interns is total free discretion up to them.
100%.
Just to clarify, in case
Yeah,
anyone
we've had-
wonders how we work.
We've had mad requests from labels, PR agencies about some massive acts that we've turned down purely because we just don't fuck with that song or project.
Or we just don't have the time.
Or don't have the time.
Yeah, don't have the capacity.
So I think the more pages, the better. And like I've loved the rise of some of these pages that have come up at the same time that we've come up as well, like Talk R&B, Flaming Culture, Take Flight. A lot of these pages that have coming up, like with us, all serve their purpose. You know, Melbourne's got local frequency. They've also got this other one called In Your City, which I really fuck with. They're like, they don't do that much content, but they do really succinct interviews and then like profiles on artists. So I think the more the better, but at the same time, it's like,
Kind of
how
everyone-
viable is
yeah.
it for these
Yeah.
independent music pages to run?
Yeah.
We don't really benefit from anything that we do on the page.
Yeah, we're not taking
Like-
money for write-ups.
No, we do all of it, and just because we love the music, first of all. Second of all, because we're trying to cultivate a scene. But that's all that we get back from it, really.
And that's pretty fucking great. Like,
It's
bro,
great.
like we're fucking mad grateful. You gotta
No, I'm very grateful,
crazy, yeah.
but it's
But just
about
realistically,
longevity.
yeah,
It's about
realistically,
longevity
yeah.
for
From a
all these
business
pages.
sense,
Because
yeah.
we've seen pages
come and
come and go like off the cuff.
Off
They
the
were a
cliff,
great
yeah.
clip, sorry.
Yeah, it's alright.
But they were a great page.
Yeah.
And like, you'd wish for a page like that to keep going, but Obviously, they couldn't because of financially they couldn't.
Well, I think he just moved on. He's actually the guy behind is involved in like other stuff. He started on Rap Attack.
Oh,
He
right,
restarted
okay.
it. He restarted it. Sorry.
Okay, that's pretty good.
Yeah.
But that page is gone.
No, I know. Yeah.
And like future,
But it's replaced by Rap Attack, which is pretty useful.
it's useful. It's a great
Yeah.
project.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think that's just my take. I think we need more, but at the same time, I understand why there's not.
Here's one thing I had a big problem with, and it's okay. HipHopDXAus. Remember when that came out?
Yeah.
And they bought. Do you know what HipHopDX is?
Yeah.
It's like international, like
Yeah.
hip hop kind of page.
Oh yes.
Yeah, yeah.
I've got a
Someone
UK
bought that.
one.
Warner bought the masthead,
The master. Yeah.
and then they made a hip hop. They made an Asia one, DX Asia, and the DX like Oz one. They haven't posted since early April. And
really?
everything they were posting was just interviews and the same thing essentially AU Dollars, Take Flight, Blood Juice, and all these other pages are doing. Essentially just trying to model themselves after somebody else and not really... The thing is they bought someone else's page.
Yeah.
They
I heard
bought- They bought like one of those like
Random, yeah.
Oz Rap
hip-hop,
Official
yeah,
or something.
yeah,
I'm not sure the name.
Someone made money. From
Someone
that.
made money
Yeah.
from it?
No, apparently they make mad money as well. But
Good
I
on
know
you,
roughly
yeah.
the figure. It's
drop the
pretty,
figure.
it's
Drop the video.
it's probably pretty decent. But my thing is,
But that's not genuine.
it's not
And the-
genuine,
and
but
the
it's not a
fans-
bad thing. It's not a bad thing.
It's not a bad thing, but the problem is the people on that page were there for something else. They're not there for what's being pushed now.
Yes, correct. Plus, the people they're pushing are clearly people that are not all independent.
they're all.
There isn't a
mainly
big
backs-
mix. Like
yeah.
I can tell you straight off the cuff who the fuck is being put on that page.
Yeah.
So I think that's where I have the problem. Is that it's a Warner page, which means it's not independent.
Mm.
Which means the editorials that are being written on
Yeah.
there are clearly
Fake.
correct.
Yeah.
And that's what there's a lot of pages like that.
Yeah.
Like not Aussie hip hop based, but there's a lot of pages like
Yeah,
that.
pages like that in general, like
Like
media
Cool
pages.
Accidents.
Cool accidents, yeah.
Another
Which
another,
we found out is
another label.
Yeah.
Like that's what I'm not trying to take away from those
Nah,
pages.
they need
but
to. They need to.
They're
exist.
not independent.
Yeah.
Like it's very hard for an
This is
independent
where I-
artist
yeah.
that's got like 3,000 followers
For sure.
to reach out to Cool Accents and say, "Hey, I really want an interview."
Yeah.
It's not going to happen.
That's where I have the problem is giving people a false impression of what you actually are.
correct.
Same with like when labels push a certain artist. It's not reality.
Correct.
Yeah, so we've had a lot of fucking serious topics. What are some of the funniest shit that's happened during our time? You want to go?
Would you like me to go?
Yeah.
Like you to
Get us
start.
started.
I guess it wasn't. No one's really seen this because this happened when we went to Canberra. But one of the funniest things I've seen is Matthew on the scooter, the electric scooter.
Oh,
If
bro.
you guys know the electric scooter, they have it in Canberra. I think they have it in
Wow.
Melbourne now.
Give some backstory.
Why were we?
Why were we
in
in
Canberra?
Why were we in Canberra again?
We were filming
Oh,
interviews
yeah.
with shout out Kirkland, shout out
Oh
Citizen
yeah,
K.
Kirkland, Citizen K.
Such an
Did
idiot.
Shut up, bro. Alright, I'm sorry, Canberra. So yeah, we're shooting a couple. Did it in your neighbourhood with Kirkland, and then we did it in your studio with Citizen K over a weekend. So I think it was a Saturday night, if I'm correct.
Saturday night, yeah.
We just had dinner. What we do. We see the electric bikes. We don't have it here in Sydney.
Scooters.
Scooters. So I think we're driving around. I'm a great storyteller. as you can
You're
see.
driving around, yeah? The
Yeah.
fucking scooter we went driving.
Yeah, but I was electric.
Driving it, bro.
Hurry up! Sorry, bro.
I'm sorry, bro. It was
Yeah,
laughing
anyways,
at
I
me, bro.
felt like 3 times.
It felt like
It's actually
three-
really
It was
funny.
going really slow as well.
Yeah.
So like I was waiting with Matthew.
I didn't tell you to wait
I
with me.
felt bad for you.
You're a dickhead, bro. Fuck
It
you.
was so like when he goes around the corner, it goes so slow, but it's still full. It just felt like every time.
Oh,
And we got lost.
I got some bad injuries from that.
Oh, what happened?
I remember
Okay.
that.
Right.
No, because I hit my head, so I don't remember.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's
I
fine.
remember,
No, you
didn't
didn't.
didn't you actually rip your pants butt?
Yeah, it's scratched there, yeah.
And you couldn't go out to have chicken with us. So we bought you chicken.
Sick
Right
of me,
back.
brought it back, yeah.
I had
I'm
gluten
happy.
free chicken.
Bro, I came out, I was watching No Country for Old Men, I was just chilling.
Is that
It
a
was
TV
good.
show?
My funniest moment had to be lockdown last year. We were trialing this like WAEVZ AU like IG every Monday night. Artists, producers are allowed to come on and just do whatever they want, like talk or show us their new music or whatever. Anyway, we're like an hour and 10 minutes into this live, and I'm tired, but I'm ready to go to bed. I've worked all day, and I see this one guy in the chat, and it's gonna kill me because I don't remember his
Oh, his name's Livai or something. Livai.
Okay.
Something like that.
Maybe.
I remember he's at, yeah.
And then he's just like, I was like, all right, no more. Like, I'm gonna go off. And he's like, bro, please, like, last one, let me come on, please. And I was like, fuck, bro. I was like, this guy's been requesting for the last half an hour. I was like, fuck, I'll do one more and then I'll get off. I put him on. He comes on. He seems a bit odd. Like, at the start, he's a bit, like, awkward, nervous, maybe shy to be on the live. Anyway, we're chatting for a bit. And he's like, oh, bro, let me show you, like, one of my songs. I was like, all right, hey. Anyway, he shows me one of his first song. I'm like, bro, this is fucking crazy. It's like really good. It's from Tasmania as well. Like, I've never heard of artists from Tasmania other than Wombat. But he's like the only one.
Really?
Really as well.
Shout out, dude.
And then first song just sounds hectic. And I was like, bro, that's mad. And I'm like, I'm ready to wrap up the live. He's like, bro, give me any beat. Any beat and I'm going to rap over it. I was like, all right, hectic.
Oh, this
I was
guy.
like, yeah.
I'm like, what story are you telling?
Yeah.
Up to
And
this
I was
point?
like, all right, do Pound Cake, Drake. He's like, done. So this guy not only raps in his voice for the first like 40 seconds on the beat, he then does a grime
Yeah.
impersonation.
He kept switching
He
up.
then does a drill impersonation. And then he started doing like voices of other artists.
I remember he did like Pop Smoke.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
Yeah.
what the fuck?
Yeah.
Bro, I couldn't like close my mouth. I was just like in awe the whole time. And I was like, bro, this guy is fucking crazy. And he's still, in my head, like someone that pops up the most of like, there's fucking talent here, bro.
Yeah.
And this guy does it all out of his bedroom, like doesn't do anything else. Like, just does it all out of his bedroom. And he went on for like a solid 10 minutes just freestyling beat after beat.
It was so
And I'm looking at the chat, and everyone's fucking going off in the chat, and I'm like, what the fuck is going on? That had to be one of the funniest shit. Like, just, I did not expect it.
He was fucking
completely
cracker.
blindsided.
He was fucking mad.
Yeah, like he came on, the way he was talking, I was like, bro, this guy's just going to waste my time. And I was like, but then I just got blindsided like crazy. And it was
Mad talented,
sick
bro.
experience.
He's fucking
I
sick.
remember him saying like, I'll be making music for like 2 months or something.
Yeah, it wasn't for long.
Yeah,
It wasn't for long. No,
I
I
don't
think
think
it
he's
was
even
more like 7 months.
He hasn't
That's
dropped.
7 months, bro. Like,
You should.
He drop.
he should drop
music.
Yeah, live
Waiting for
high,
Live
Joy
by,
or
bro.
something.
Please.
Yeah, we'll put you out on.
Tasmania. Shout out Omar.
My. Just speaking of you fucking
You talking to me?
talking about me
I wasn't talking about
fucking
you.
up.
I wasn't talking about you.
Oh, it was the other Matthew?
Yeah,
sorry, bro.
Yeah, that's right.
So this one takes it way back, bro. This is, I remember when it was October 2020. This is 4 months into WAEVZ, right?
Yeah.
Early days.
Early days.
Way early days. This is when we only had the one slide posting up our song breakdowns.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Jolcom, and shout out, this is a writer for Soraya and MakoDre, Icy. Shout out Soraya.
great song.
Yeah, anyways, yeah. And so Jolcom sent me the write-up, right? He sent me it. I edited it, sent it back. I was like, just make sure to change it, do all that shit, stand it, post it up. It gets to the night. The guy has posted it, and it's the most fucked write-up I've ever seen. There's like words missing at the end. There's like, he describes the mood just all wrong. Everything's just like fried. Can you explain to me what actually happened? Like, did you just forget? Were you just being lazy?
I probably was just being straight lazy.
I swear he didn't post the edited version.
He didn't. That's the problem. I edited it for him. I sent it back.
You just posted your.
I wasn't happy with his editing. I think my editing was
Yeah. Anyways, if anyone wants to go back,
No, please don't.
no, go back.
No,
It's
no,
one of
go
the
back.
funniest fucking
We
writers.
had to show it to all our interns like a couple months back, and they all died, bro.
On like what not to do.
Yeah, what not to
Like,
do, yeah.
Just don't be a
Don't
shit
follow
as
me.
And I
Jolcom.
swear that night we argued for like 3 hours whether we keep the
Yeah.
post up or
No,
take it
that
down.
was the HP Boys one, which is another one. HP Boys Loyalty. Wait. HP Boys Loyalty. What a fucking song.
Great
He
song.
like fucked it up,
Yeah.
and we were like, no, take it down. You were like, no, don't take it down. We can't. We have to sit with it. We're like, take it down. Just fix it.
Yeah, I was just like,
I don't know why we are.
Bro, we argued for like 3
This
hours.
is one of those early things we just would argue
Yeah,
about.
yeah, it was just stupid.
dumb.
Yeah, it was just stupid.
It's wild because we don't actually argue that much.
No,
We always argue over the.
Oh, it's
little
always the
fucking
dumbest
yeah.
shit.
The
It's
stuff
always
that we
the
could,
dumbest shit.
if we just got over ourselves, we'd be like,
Oh,
it
yeah.
saves so much time.
But me
Oh, yeah,
especially,
yeah,
I just
yeah,
argue. I just
yeah.
argue about. I'm just different of opinion.
Yeah, the problem
Matthew
is
is
like,
the
we're both
problematic
stubborn.
one.
Yeah.
But
But
it's
we're all a
stubborn.
bit stubborn in our own ways.
Yeah,
But stubborn about different. You're more business minded. I'm more like
correct.
thinking about it from like a brand perspective.
Yeah.
But anyways, do you have
Alan?
anything?
Well, it was funny, but it was also like mad concerning. Remember when Hamza fell off his skateboard?
Bro, we still have that footage.
I still have that.
Yeah,
footage.
but we never posted it.
Yeah, no, it's too graphic to post.
He fucking
Backstory.
Yeah.
So yeah, we're shooting with Hamza, and if you've seen the video, he's just like a part where he's skateboarding around, just doing his thing, and he attempted this jump,
He took like a kickflip or something like that.
something like that,
Yeah.
and he just fell backwards and hit his head pretty hard.
Yeah, it was pretty
Yeah.
bad. Yeah.
You hear it on the because he
yeah.
has the
The
lapel.
lapel, yeah, and I got it on camera as well, and on the camera you can hear me like starting to laugh,
yeah, yeah.
and then be like, "Oh fuck,
This is a
mad."
bad. Yeah,
But
yeah.
you know what's bad? Like when he fell, the exact moment he fell,
Mm.
I wasn't looking, so I didn't see his head hit the ground.
Yeah,
So I didn't think it was serious. I thought he just stacked it,
Yeah.
and I was just
Yeah,
laughing.
you just died. I
the
remember.
whole time
Yeah.
I was just laughing.
Yeah.
But then when I saw how concerned you two were,
yeah.
I was like, nah, maybe I should just tone it down. And then when you showed me the footage, I was like, fuck.
Yeah, yeah. We already had like a concussion or some shit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but hey,
He fucking
sat down
bro,
on
he
the
just
bench.
kept
he
we,
just
we
kept
kept
going,
filming.
and he could just
He was like, "Give me 10 minutes." He had a cigarette.
Yeah,
It's done. It was all
Yeah,
good.
sat
Yeah.
down on the bench, had some water, had a diary.
Yeah.
Back
He
to
was full
it.
bleeding from his elbow, but he's
Yeah.
like,
Back
"Don't
to
worry
it.
about that." Yeah.
Yeah. No, I would have let
Fucking
them.
sick. Yeah. I guess one final thing, and on a good note, what are some of your favorite movements and you know people in the same movements like sounds and cities and shit? I think for me, a big one that I'm seeing is a lot of these Afro-Aussie collectives starting to come together. I mean, Swish Music have been around for a long time. They're fucking killing it.
Yeah.
I love what they do. But obviously, BBGB,
Yeah.
that's like,
Yeah,
that has
yeah.
so much potential. And a new one I really loved is Money Boys Forever. I don't know if you guys heard their new song, Hood Baby. That's fucking, it's blowing up. And it deserves to blow. They're from Melbourne's Olympic Village, now based in Brisbane. They're crazy, bro. They're just, it's mad seeing shit like those collectives come together and just push a fucking different sound.
For me, and I know I told you about it like just before I went over for my trip. I know you didn't really fuck with it that much, but I think they're going to be fucking massive. These Type Boys from Melbourne, bro. I just really fuck with them. Like,
Yeah.
that whole album, they sent through the editorial request like for us to listen, just give thoughts and see if we can do a write-up or whatever. Obviously, again, timing issues, me going overseas, couldn't really do a write-up, but their new album is insane.
I don't know if
fucking
I
love
still
it.
don't really feel it, but I
Bro,
respect it.
I barely take the time to listen to a whole album, even if it's an artist I love. You know what I mean? I sat down at fucking 11 p.m. and listened to the whole album. I really fucked with it, and I think they've got a lot of potential, so hopefully I can see them doing some big things in the future. Shout out Type Boys, bro.
For me, I know we've mentioned this a few times. I'm just really excited for Tasman's album. Just his whole switch in style and sonic switch and his
It's not just
music
rap.
videos. Yeah, it's not
Yeah.
just rap. Like I feel like every single one of his singles have been different, pushing a new sound and just. But it still feels like really authentic. Just, I'm keen. His album comes out next Friday.
Yeah, next Friday.
Yeah,
Friday,
keen to do
Yeah.
that.
Maybe we'll have something coming on that.
Maybe.
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 Do an album breakdown.
Yeah.
I guess for me, not really an artist or a group, but shout out like Bodega, like Bodega
Bro.
Collective. I saw that they put an event for under 18s and for over 18s.
Yeah.
That was like a fantastic
They were
idea.
one of the first.
They were the first
people
ones to really embrace
to
it.
embrace us,
Yeah.
and I was actually like, when I was like, oh shit, this is actually mad.
Yeah, yeah.
To Bodega for the first
Bro, the
time.
first time we were sitting
Yeah.
there interviewing Maxine, I was like, what the fuck is
Yeah,
going on?
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
pretty
It just
surreal.
felt weird. It was like
Well, they-
2 or 3 months in.
Yeah,
We barely
had
had
any
August.
followers.
It was August.
They had
yeah.
like 200 followers, and they're still like,
They still gave us
yeah.
a chance.
Yeah. Which
But
was
yeah.
awesome.
Shout out them, bro. Shout out
Shout
all
out
their
Bodega.
shows they're doing
Yeah,
as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Helping the scene tremendously.
Yeah, big time.
Yeah, as I said, that under 18s, I thought it was genius.
And they were all killing it.
Yeah, look,
The kids
look
like
at
they're
crack 'em
fucking
out,
killing
yeah.
it, yeah. We need to get to another one.
We do.
It's been a fucking while.
Yeah,
Being in Western City doesn't help, but we'll get there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I guess that's it for whatever this was.
We'll
Our
see
round
how it
square
goes.
table, bro.
Yeah.
Round
2 years of waves.
2 years of waves. Yeah,
Surreal
true.
as fuck.
Hope you enjoyed the conversation.
Should we quit? End it? Yeah?
The company.
Yeah, just end waves.
It's been a good run.
It's been
Tried
a
the
good run.
hardest.
Oh yeah, one big thing. Shout out all our fucking interns.
Yeah.
No one knows this. First person to reach out to us was Violet. come out for an intern. She's
Shout
based in
out
Melbourne,
Violet.
southeast Melbourne.
Shout out. Violet.
She reached out to us, which is surreal.
Yeah.
Done some amazing like things for us. She's done it in your studio,
He continues
all on
to do
her
great
own,
work.
which was really cool.
Mm.
She's done
Um,
some of our best write-ups.
Yeah.
Literally,
Best
yeah.
videos.
Yeah.
Just trying to run up that TikTok, which
Yeah,
is,
yeah, we'll-
as
yeah.
everybody knows, it's a fucking struggle.
Yeah.
But yeah,
She's
doing
trying
really well.
shit, yeah, which is what we want to say.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, shout out the rest. Shout out Byron. Shout out Liv out in Perth doing a thing. Really trying to fucking build
Liv
the
the
Perth
Angel.
scene.
Yeah.
Liv shout at Liv the Angel. First Listen Friday's a fucking cracker.
Yeah.
We've got Porsche on board, Dexter. Shout out them. They're fucking everyone's bringing something
Everyone's been really
different.
cool, yeah, man.
Great writers as well.
Mm.
Mad talented
And
writers.
great people.
Yeah, and Matt
Better
just
than
switched on
Joel.
about they love the
Nice
scene and shit.
Better
Um,
writers than me and Joey for sure.
Hey.
There's no one like Jolkin, bro.
Hey,
if you
I'm-
ever go to the
Run
Soraya
up that
review-
Soraya.
Yeah,
If you want me to
run it up,
review
run it up. Yeah.
I'll review the music for you.
And shout out Eddie doing the graphics design
Yeah.
and did we miss anyone?
At Ed's
Haunts,
Haunts.
yeah, Haunts music. Yeah,
That's
is that
That's
everyone?
the team.
That's a fucking team.
Lovely team.